Wondered with the game with Orlando coming up, what are your thoughts in terms of your preparation with Barbara Anda joining? And do you have different prep, whether she's plays all game or comes in the second half or that sort of thing? How do you prepare for a top class player that's just coming into the league like that?
Think all you can do is give the players all the information they need to play against. So is she right-footed, left-footed? Does she come to feet? Does she go behind? And she can do a bit of everything. She can play with both feet. She can come to feet. She can go behind. She's physical, strong, quick. Um, we would prepare for her to start so that we're ready as ever if she comes on or she starts the game. And prepare the back line for what they're going to face. Obviously, she's a top talent. It's great to have her in this league. But there's so many talented forwards in this league that are, of that stature and of that ilk. But yeah, a great addition for Orlando, and it's going to be a great test for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
John, we'll have you go next.
To that point, Casey, obviously she compliments Marta, just having faced Marta before, but always her being a challenge. How do you go about defending someone of that caliber?
Marta, are you talking about Marta?
Yes.
World-class players. You can prep and you can prepare, but world-class players will find a way, and she's been incredible. I played against her in 2012 Olympics, so I know Marta very well. I thought what she's done here in the league has been incredible. She's still got incredible vision, skill, ability to get it on her left foot and playing behind and link play. She's so clever. Technically, one of the best players I've ever seen played a game. So you have to be very, very diligent in your defending, reduce the spaces she's got to work in, and try and keep her on her right foot a little bit more. But then she's got a great goal with her right foot the other night. So, yeah, you can't just target one player. You've got to collectively defend as a team to stop players like that.
Okay. Steph Yang, go ahead.
Thanks. Hi, Coach. Steph Young from The Athletic. I'm sure you've been asked plenty about Jaden, but as a player, it seems like you're being pretty careful with her minutes. She also spoke after she believes that she's trying to really develop her ability to play a lot of solid 90s, not just for the way, but for the national team. Just wondering, how you and the team are managing that what the discussion is with Jaden in trying to get her to those, consecutive full 90s.
Firstly, before she went away, she believes it wasn't an option for me. I wasn't protecting her. She had a niggle. She was actually injured prior to that tournament. So we were limited, medically advised to only play her half an hour in one game. And I think we pushed her to 40. So it wasn't something we wanted to do, but it's something we had to do. It's a long season. Trying to look after her for club is my priority. And obviously she's got the Olympics in the back of her mind as well. So making sure that she's fit and playing every week and sustaining performances for us is important, but managing her, trying to build her up safely so that she can, reach those minutes. And she's, she knows she needs to build that capacity, especially if you're going to play in major tournaments. But we wanted to build that capacity here too. But unfortunately, it's been a medical reason. She's had a couple of niggles that haven't allowed us to play her 90 minutes yet.
If I could just ask one follow-up about that, which is Jaden always comes off as so professional at such a young age. I'm just wondering from your point of view, a lot of times when you talk, you really seem to embrace the role of like a teacher as well. But with Jaden, has there been an element of trying to help her get in the mindset of like, this is a marathon, you could have a 20-year career, so like, let's not rush this? Or is she already there?
I think with Jay, she wants to be the best in the world yesterday. She's so driven at wanting to be the best. She is very mature for her age. She's still young though, and you see that in certain elements, and that's right. You want to keep that youthful element and that fearlessness to her game. But there is, that kind of impatience in her development, and it takes time. It takes time to build training history. It takes time to build game capacity, and it takes time to learn how to look after your body and the professionalism. And she is very professional, but it takes time for your body to adapt to a professional environment, to adapt. And now she's got in the national team to adapt to the demands of travel and international travel and stuff like that. It's not easy. So, yeah, it's an educational piece for her, and it's just her understanding that it's going to take time and that she has to be patient, and we're here with her on that journey.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Abraham, we'll have you go next.
Hey Casey, Abraham Cepeda for San Diego Punto Football. I was wondering if you could give us an update on the availability of Naomi Girma, and we saw Kennedy Wesley take that spot. Could you speak a little bit to what it means to have that defensive depth on your team?
Yeah, well, firstly, Naomi's still questionable, so there's no definite decision been made on her yet. And the fortunate thing is Kennedy went in and I thought had a really, really good performance. I thought she was outstanding actually to make a debut like that in a difficult place to go. Louisville's not an easy place to go. Playing against their front line, not an easy job. And I thought she stepped in brilliantly. I thought she read the game very well, anticipated and very calm and composed in possession. So I think that just gives us that, solid depth in that back line and ability to change things when we need to.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Timothy, did you have another one?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Johnny, did you have another one? Oh, I didn't let you talk yet. Okay, Johnny, go ahead.
Every point counts in this league. You look at the last day of the season last year and how many teams were trying to get into playoffs. And the points at the end of the season ended up winning us the league. So, we had good road form last year. We want to continue to have good road form this year. It's not easy. This league is, I believe, even more competitive this year with the teams that have come in and are competing already. Every team has strengthened. So yeah, coming here, being on the road for the amount of time, it would be nice to go back with at least 4 points. I think they've had good togetherness, good camaraderie. It wasn't an easy game against Louisville. We had one day, not even one day, half a session to prep for that game, which is absolutely ludicrous off the back of a international window. Now my players have been on the road now for nearly 3 weeks, but I tell you what, they've not moaned. They've got on with it. They've been very professional. We had a nice day off here yesterday, and players were allowed to, able to switch off a little bit, which I think is important. They've just been, desperate to try and put in a better performance than we did last weekend and improve what we've done and try and get a result. So I'm really pleased with where the group is at the moment.
John, did you have a last one?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that of the 4 matches you've played so far, 3 have been clean sheets. So what's been working so well that's allowed you to produce those defensive results so far?
Well, I think we've been solid defensively, but we do need to be better at scoring goals. We created good chances against Louisville and didn't take them, but we need to create more chances to be able to make sure that we can come away with points. Pleasing that, we kept a clean sheet against Reign. I didn't really think Kaylin was tested that much. She was tested a little bit more the other night against Louisville. We were disappointed with the goals that we conceded against Kansas. They were sloppy goals for us. So we know if we're going to come away with something, a point or 3 points against Orlando, we're going to have to be good. They've got exceptional forwards. Their combination play and link up play and the way they can, combine and get in behind, especially with the added addition of Banda now is going to be a big test for us. But I believe in our defence. I believe in the way we are very organised, and we've also got some of the best centre backs and the best goalkeeper in the world. So that really helps us in these moments.